What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream. It is week 5 NFL action, ladies and gentlemen. The Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. The rivalry of the AFC South coming at you once again. Meet my guy, Derek Larger, and Matt Bryan there. All right, let's do this, man. Let's go ahead and hop into it. I know I'm all over the place right now. I'm trying
Did
to.
you say my last name was Brian?
I did. I was all over the
It's
place.
not Brian.
We're
I
just
won't
gonna
say
say
it, but it's not Brian.
All right, let's talk about some inactives here real quick, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to hop into this. I'm going to get the Colts inactives up here, but we already know what a couple of these are. We know that Kwity Paye is going to be out for this game. We know Shaq Leonard was already out for this game, and Bernhard Raimann as well. That's going to be really tough for us, losing a guy not only on the offensive line, but the defensive line as well. And then, of course, we don't have Will Mallory for this game either. So, you're going to have the situation where Kylan Granson and Drew Ogletree and Molly Cox are out there once again. How do you feel about Kwity Paye, Shaq Leonard, and Bernhard not being in there?
I mean, it's a concern. I mean, Bernhard Raimann missing, I think, is the biggest concern for me, obviously. I wasn't the biggest fan of what Blake Freeland did his first game, but to be fair, he was going up against a really good defensive line with the Rams, and he was going up against Aaron Donald. So, yeah, I don't wish that on any first-time, tackle in the NFL. I do think he's going to play better this week, but Bernhard Raimann was one of the best left tackles probably in football. So not having him definitely hurts the most. Kwity Paye, it definitely does hurt, but I do like the depth that we have with our pass rushers, because I think Dio can go in there and do good things. Same with Tyquan. Samson, I mean, we already know what he can do. I think he's going to have a good game today too. And then with Leonard, yeah, it stinks we don't have him, but we still have EJ Speed. We still have Zaire Franklin, and I like Stewart. I think Stewart's a pretty good linebacker too. So I think we're okay on the defensive side. Like, we'll be fine without Kwity or with Shaq, even though with them in there, we would have a better chance to win. But yeah, no Bernhard Raimann's definitely the biggest concern I have.
Yeah. Shout out to the 40 people in here right now, guys. Be sure to like the stream. It helps it get out to more people. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe, all that great stuff. Before we keep going, Smokey Dabs here is asking about what was considered the best comeback in Colts history. I think we both can understand which one it was. And he was talking about a hint. It's from 2003 and on Tony Dungy's birthday. That was obviously the comeback win in the late part of the game against the Bucs. I think the Colts were down by 21 going into the fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Yep.
And then down 21 with 5 minutes left.
But I think that the all-time greatest comeback in, I think NFL, or one of the greatest comebacks in NFL history, is also the Colts comeback against the Chiefs. Obviously being down by 28 midway through the third quarter, and you still find a way to win. So it is what it is. Fantastic there. But the inactives, we're talking about it. Bernhard Raimann, not having him stinks. I don't think that Simmons, it lines up as much on the outside. Aaron Donald is just a freak that way, where he can line up anywhere on the defensive line. Simmons is primarily your inside guy. And one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL for sure. Having Ryan Kelly back is a huge, huge thing for that. So, I mean, I hope that Shane Steichen understands how bad it was last week for Blake Freeland, and I hope he has a tight end lined up on that side a little bit more frequently to help Blake Freeland out, because that was a really rough experience for Blake Freeland, having to face some really good defensive linemen last week, and it's certainly not going to be an easy task today. But with the one inactive that's not on here, and we have to talk about it, Matt, the guy is back. Jonathan Taylor is back. He will be playing in this game for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, from what I have heard, is he's only going to be on a pitch count. How much of that is, I don't know how much a pitch count is. It could be 10 snaps, it could be 20 snaps, it could be 25. I don't know, but but they're obviously going to share some responsibilities between Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss in this game. But how big is it, man, with everything that has happened and to see Jonathan Taylor back?
It's big. I'm gonna ignore Chris in the chat there because he's incompetent and he could just he
Yeah,
can
just
eat.
ignore Chris. It's
Yeah,
all good.
yeah, he can just eat my ass. But it's big to have Jonathan Taylor back. For sure. And like to me, I think the amount of snaps he's gonna get or carries he'll get is probably about around 10. I think is what he'll get. I think he'll run maybe 30% of the time, 70 or maybe 55 Zach Moss, 30 Jonathan Taylor, 15 Anthony Richardson, something like that. But I definitely think it's going to be a significantly less amount than what he would normally get. Like I said, around 10. But having him back still, I think, is really good. I think him just being available is going to add some energy to this offense, even if he's not out there on the field. I think it's going to add some confidence into the field. Or into the offense, not the field.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, having Jonathan Taylor out there for just the presence alone. I mean, the Titans know it just as well as anyone else. You have to respect Jonathan Taylor when he's out there on the football field. And that allows you to open some things up if you are the Indianapolis Colts. So it's a great thing to have him. Again, I was telling you, just like I was telling everyone else, it's don't expect a ton from Jonathan Taylor today. Like I said, he's on a pitch count unless he like completely blows up and does like an insane number on those carries that he does get, which I don't imagine it happening. At least not this week with the offensive line not completely healthy. I think that you're just going to see more moderate stuff this week. And then as the next week, and then the next week moves on, then you start seeing those numbers really start to improve drastically because he's going to start getting all those snaps back that he wasn't getting before. So he's still, remember guys, he hasn't played a football game since December of last year. And even through the beginning part of last season, he was dealing with injuries. So it's not going to get anything drastic this week. But, I mean, let me ask you real quick, Matt, about the contract. I know a lot of people are wondering, like, again, some very minority of people saying that they don't like the fact that the Colts signed him to that big contract. Certainly not now and for the money that they gave him. What was your thoughts on the overall contract itself?
I mean, I'm fine with it. $14 million a year, I'm perfectly okay with. I mean, Anthony Richardson on his rookie deal. Okay, he doesn't need to get an extension till probably year 5 is when he'll get it because they'll use the 5th year option on him, and then during his 5th year he'll get that extension. But I mean, $14 million for one of the best running backs in the league, I think that's good. Again, it's going to take Taylor some time to get back to what he was because he did miss training camp. He did miss the preseason and the first 4 games. So he's not going to look the same right away, but he's going to get back to normal Jonathan Taylor in a few weeks, I would say. It just gives Richardson another weapon. Let's add one more weapon for Richardson. I think this offense is cooking. But $14 million for him, I think that's fine. I'm not going to complain. They had $86 million to spend. It's whatever to me.
Yeah, they have a lot of extra money, like you said. The cap that they use, they still had leftover from this offseason that they really didn't get to do a lot of. So they had the money to do it. It's obviously not really going to impact much when it comes to next year's offseason. They're still going to be able to do everything they need to do because one of their biggest contracts is in their running back. They don't have any money to spend for their quarterback right now because he's under rookie deal. So that allows you to build this team around Anthony Richardson moving forward. And I just love that it is what it is when it comes to the running back situation, because now you have him through the tenure of Anthony Richardson's rookie deal. And that's exactly what you wanted, was a healthy Jonathan Taylor helping Anthony Richardson grow in that backfield. And it starts now. Obviously, it's going to continue to grow because obviously Jonathan Taylor's not going to get as many snaps today, but it is still good to see them be able to do that. So again, shout out to the 82 people in here right now, guys. Be sure to like the stream, please. Helps it get out to more people. Let's get to over 50 likes on the stream right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Let's talk about the offensive line again real quick, Matt, because that's the big question. The defensive line for the Tennessee Titans has drastically gotten better over the last several years, and they seem to always have the ability to slow us down. And with, obviously, we talked about Bernhard Raimann not being back in there. That's definitely going to hurt. But how do you feel about our offensive line being able to handle their front four?
I think they'll do all right. I don't have any concerns with Quentin Nelson. Ryan Kelly's playing today, so I mean that's going to help a lot. Will Fries, I think, has played pretty good, especially when you had Ryan Kelly in there. And Braden Smith, last week was a little encouraging. He got better. To be fair, he can't be much worse than he was against the Ravens, but he looks like he might be getting back to where he needs to be. So as long as he continues to get better, I think it'd be fine. I think Nelson's going to help Freeland out whenever he needs to. I don't really see the Titans' defensive line doing a whole lot. Plus, their defensive line isn't 100% too. If I'm not mistaken, they're missing a guy. So I think the offensive line will be fine.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. Anthony Richardson has been able to basically help bail out his offensive line from time to time, especially in that last week against the Rams. But it is really awesome if they would be able to figure that out. Derek, this is kind of off topic, but I'm a new streamer. I was wondering if you could give me some advice as to what maybe I should focus on. Well, I have no idea what exactly I don't know exactly what content you're into. I mean, you'd have to DM me and, I could give you some more advice on Twitter and everything else to help you with that. I just need to kind of know what you're more into. Woods with the $2 super chat. Let's go Rams. Okay. Well, obviously Woods is still living off of last week, apparently.
Look, last week was their Super Bowl. I
appreciate the $2 super chat, though. I greatly appreciate it. Go watch a Rams stream, man. Go watch a Rams stream.
No, we live rent-free in their heads, apparently.
Colts for sure.
Colts live in there. I do have their inactives, though.
Oh, who's
they're missing? Tier Tart, one of their defense tackles. Burks is out, obviously, and then they have two linebackers out. Caleb Murphy's out, and Luke Gifford's out. And then, of course, Jalen Duncan on the offensive line. And the quarterback that everybody that doesn't know what they're talking about wanted the Colts to take is also out.
All right. So, interesting. Interesting there. Let's go Colts Nation. AR and Taylor era begins today. Hey, I love it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate that so very much. What up, Jarvis? Glad to have you in here. Paul Wilson, what's up, man? Woods knows Colts are the better podcast. Hey, he loves us, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's go ahead, hop into a trivia question real quick. I know you said you had to get going here soon, so we'll try and cover everything that we can while we can. And then I'll just continue to talk with the chat as you leave after. And again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. 90 of you in here right now. Like the stream, guys. It helps us out, please. Let's go ahead and hop into our trivia question. We have it every week, and it's pretty much the same generic one that we always do when we're facing the Titans. What is the Colts' all-time record versus the Titans? Is it A, 32-24, B, 39-17, or C, 35-21? I'm certainly not going to give him the answer like I did last time. So I'm going to refrain from making any comments.
I feel like because it's been B a lot. Like it's been B on different questions. It's
It's
always
been
been
B a
answered.
lot. You's right. You's right.
I think you're gonna change it up. I'm gonna go C. I'm gonna go
We're gonna go
35-21.
C.
I think it's
Okay.
35-21.
We got a couple A's, a couple C's, a couple B's. Everyone's kind of back and forth right now.
I think it's C, but it could be B too. But I think it's C.
Just because of habit.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh man.
We'll see if the tradition continues.
Well, you are correct. It is C.
C.
35-21 since the Colts and the Titans started playing each other. Unfortunately, the Titans have won 4 straight and have won five straight and have won 6 of the last 7. So definitely ever since Andrew Luck has left, the Titans have turned the tables on the Indianapolis Colts. But hey, Derek, if we win, can we all buy you breadsticks? Yes, you absolutely can buy me breadsticks if we win. Absolutely, 100%.
And if we lose, you could still buy us breadsticks.
Still buy me breadsticks so I can drown out my suffering.
If we lose, get him sad, depressing breadsticks, because breadsticks are his ice cream whenever he's sad and he needs to eat something while watching Bridget Miller or whatever it's called. But if we win, then get happy breadsticks.
The breadsticks thing will never not be a meme on this channel.
I might actually buy some Pizza King breadsticks.
I don't even remember where that breadstick thing came from. I don't even remember like how that became a thing. Honestly,
I might buy some breadsticks actually.
I think it was I think it was because I had Fazoli's one time and I was live streaming and I ate them, and that next day I like threw up because of how many breadsticks I ate. So I think that's what it was.
We're gonna have to do a breadstick stream, maybe during the bye week.
I'd be totally down to do that during the bye week. I will stream NFL games on this channel. We will stream it and watch. And you guys can watch me eat breadsticks while I talk about football.
There you go. Hey, do you have Pizza King nearby? Or is that just an Indiana thing?
Wait, what's up?
Do you have Pizza King nearby?
That's an Indiana thing.
Okay, yeah, it's
an Indiana thing. That is an Indiana thing.
They got some good breadsticks.
We got a ton of pizza places in this area, dude. Like practically any chain you can think of that's national is in this area. So.
We do too. Like every pizza chain that's like nationwide is within an hour. Giordano's is within an hour. Pizza King, Momo's. Momo's is good.
Yeah, Fazoli's is breadstick for every super chat. Y'all are gonna make me die. Every $5 super chat, maybe.
Yeah. Every $5 super chat. There you go.
Every $5 super chat, I can take a bite out of my breadstick.
There you go. But yeah, and then you have
Pizza Hut breadsticks. Those, I'll be honest, bro. Those are trash. I hate Pizza Hut breadsticks, bro.
Their cheese sticks are good.
Mukbang. Bro, that would be hilarious. Just go to every restaurant nearby that sells breadsticks and just eat those. Dude, that's hilarious.
Travis, I was getting ready to say, the Bulls let us down every year because besides 2 years ago, they don't want to spend money to bring in talent. But you're talking about the Bills.
He's talking about the Bills.
Yeah, I saw the Bulls like, hey, they played today.
Bills. Look, they're losing 18-7. And bro, I said that my dad texted me the other day, and he's like, because he does NFL picks at his office throughout the week, and he asked me for my opinion on it because I watch more of these games than he does. And I said, dude, pick the Jaguars to beat Buffalo. Pick the Jags to beat Buffalo. And he's like, why? The Buffalo Bills look like the best team in the NFL right now. They just blew out Miami. I said, well, here's why. Jacksonville is playing in London, their second home. They didn't leave London throughout the week. They were there practicing in the area. And the Bills had to travel all the way to London to play that game. And then on top of it, the Jags always have the Bills number. I'm telling you, there's teams in this league that always have other teams' numbers, and the Jags have the Bills. Woods with another $2 super chat. Rams breadsticks. Hey, I'll try them sometime. But
like Ram flavored breadsticks. That's interesting.
What the heck was that? Hold on a second.
Okay, so I'm gonna look and see how many breadsticks I can order from Olive Garden because that did remind me Olive Garden. I was like, huh, that sounds good. Now they do have fried mozzarella,
Oh.
which I haven't had. I'm gonna have to order that. So you could buy. I thought there was like a hundred of them. So 12 breadsticks baked because we want them baked.
So yeah, I told him to take the Jags, and he didn't do it, and it's now going to cost him a game. So he should
Should
have
have.
listened to me. I told you I was on upset alert. But
So
anyways, shout out to you, Dad. um, anyways, shout out to the 120 people in here right now, guys. Please like the stream.
okay.
Helps you get out to more people. Let's get to over 50 likes on the stream, please. Thank you
So
guys so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into some more Colts talk here real quick, Matt. The
yes.
Colts defense, they obviously had a little bit more struggles last week against the Rams, but they're facing an offense here that has definitely struggled on the road this year. They've actually I think all of the 6 interceptions that Tannehill has thrown this year have come on the road through the first 4 weeks of the season, and he has definitely been not a great quarterback under pressure this year. Obviously, they have Derrick Henry that they have to try to focus on. How do you feel about this Colts defense coming into this game?
I feel pretty good. I think you have to take out Derrick Henry. Obviously, them not having Traylon Burke is going to make life a little bit easier for the secondary. Look, you still have to worry about DeAndre Hopkins, even though he's not having as good of a year as what Titans fans were hoping. You still got to worry about him. Don't want him to have a breakout game today. Don't want him to do that at all. But as long as you don't let Derrick Henry go off and you just keep DeAndre Hopkins in check, I think this defense will be fine. There's nobody else on that offense that I worry about. Like, you got to force Tannehill to win the game with his arm. And I don't think he can do that.
Yeah, I don't think he can either, at least from on the road perspective. But again, we've seen every single time over the last few games that we faced the Titans, it just seems like no matter what the Colts dial up, it just seems like Ryan Tannehill always has the number of the Indianapolis Colts. It doesn't matter what it is. He runs on them. He passes on them. It doesn't matter. It just seems like Tannehill always finds a way. And it sucks because, I mean, we saw last week that, Gus Bradley was so stubborn on trying to fix his strategy against the Rams that I wonder if it's going to end up being the same way this time against the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
And with how bad the Colts defense has been at stopping the run this year, it definitely is a very concerning thing given they have to face Derrick Henry, who just eats us alive every time he plays us now.
Yeah. But he does that to a lot of teams. You have to make sure he doesn't go off. You have to. Because Derrick Henry could be having a bad year. It doesn't matter if he's having a bad year, good year, whatever. He still is very capable of having like a couple 50-yard runs. Can't let him go off.
Certainly hope so, man. I mean, and especially with the secondary that we have now. I mean, Dallas Flowers, who was our best corner through the first 4 weeks, now is out for the season.
Yeah,
And so I'm not 100% sure on whether or not Bradley is, or I don't know if Daryl Baker's starting or if it is Jalen Jones that's going to get the starts here. So I have no idea. We're going to just have to watch and see. I haven't been able to see if any of the local media guys have said anything yet. So
I haven't seen what they're doing. I would assume Baker's going to start if I had to guess. But maybe Baker had so bad of a game week 2 that they're gonna just go with Jones and not risk it. But if I had to guess, I think Baker gets the start. Just because he's actually played a good amount of, multiple games. Jones has not.
All right. Let's go ahead. I know you got to go here in a few minutes. So we'll go ahead and hop into NFL games around the league. Let's go ahead and give some predictions here. First one we got the Saints and the Patriots. Who do you have for that one?
I'll go Saints just because I don't think the Patriots are good, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think
I don't think they're very good either.
They're not a good team. I think the Saints are fine. So I'll go Saints.
Yep, I'm going to go Saints too. I saw just how bad they were against the Cowboys. I think the Saints will be okay. Ravens versus Steelers.
Give me the Ravens. The Steelers are, as Jaden has said, hot buns, booty buns.
Yeah, I think the Ravens will handle the Steelers. Panthers versus the Lions.
Lions. And I don't think it's going to be close. I just think that defense that Detroit has is going to be way too much for the Panthers offense.
I think everything's way too much for the Panthers right now.
You would be too much for their offense.
Yeah, exactly right. We would make Frank Reich have an issue. Anyway, Texans versus the Falcons.
You know what? Give me the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to surprisingly get it done.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the Texans win this one, but don't be surprised if the Falcons do end up winning it. I wouldn't be surprised. Giants versus the Dolphins.
Dolphins, is there mercy rule in the NFL?
Listen, if there wasn't a mercy rule for the Denver Broncos in Miami the last time, then no, there's no mercy rule here for the Giants.
Yeah. So
especially, we saw, Daniel Jones was just getting absolutely roasted this last week. I'll just say this just really quickly while we hop onto the back into the schedules. Look, I know Daniel Jones has been abysmal, and clearly he's not obviously not living up to his contract right now. But at the same time, that Giants team is terrible. They are trash in every sense of the form. They have no offensive line. Saquon Barkley not being in there. They can't run the football. The receivers don't get open and make big plays. Their defense is not the same caliber that it was last year. So, to put it all on the Giant or all on Daniel Jones, I can't do that.
Yeah, still. Giants fans last year were like, this is a great deal. $40 million for Daniel Jones is great. While he threw 15 touchdowns. Yeah, totally.
I knew that contract was so terrible, dude.
I was getting attacked in my mentions by these Giant fans saying, you're an idiot if you don't think it's a good deal. Daniel Jones is a great quarterback. Okay, bud. Okay. How's he looking right now? How's he looking right now?
All right. Let's go forward then. Bengals versus the Cardinals. I'll just say right now, I'm going upset alert. I got Cardinals.
Yeah, I got Cardinals too. Is it an upset though, based on how the Bengals have been playing?
I would say so, just based on the Bengals being clearly the better team on paper. But obviously, like you said, it based on how the teams have performed this year, same record, but clearly the Cardinals have been the better team.
Yeah, if you go off of paper, yeah. Heading into the season, if you went off on paper, yeah, the Bengals are clearly the better team. However, the Bengals have not looked good. They got killed by the Titans. That's embarrassing. How do you get killed by the Titans?
They had one drive where they got 3 points, and then after that, they just sucked.
Yeah, that's just, you can't do that. The Cardinals honestly could be a 2-3 win team right now if they would just hold on. They should have
Yeah,
beat the
the
Giants.
Cardinals just haven't been able to finish games, and it shouldn't be surprising that they're not finishing games. I mean,
Yeah.
what's surprising is they're even in these games to begin with. I mean, that's the
Right.
thing. It's no one expected this.
Oh, Brandon says Buffalo TD. Let's go.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Yep, Buffalo just scored a touchdown. There's 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the Bills will be. I'm not sure if they get the 2-point conversion or not yet. Eagles versus the Rams.
Um,
I'm picking Rams. I know the Eagles are probably the better team, but they're getting Cooper Kupp back this week.
Yeah.
And I just think somehow, some way, the Rams are going to pull it out.
I feel like the Eagles haven't put it together yet. I think the Rams could take advantage of that. If the Eagles can get it put together, I think they win. But like I said last week when they played Washington, if it's close in the fourth quarter or if they're losing in the fourth quarter, that could be trouble for Philadelphia because they're not a great fourth quarter team.
That's very
And honestly,
true.
they should have lost last week. Like they easily could have lost last week. I think the Rams win. I think the Rams won't make any mistakes that Washington made in the fourth quarter. I think the Rams actually get it done. I think they give the Eagles their first loss. But if the Eagles get it put together, then watch out.
Jets versus the Broncos. Zach Wilson led Jets.
Jets, Broncos. I'm going to go Jets. Zach Wilson, he showed a little something last week.
If he can have the same game he had last week against the Chiefs, and that defense does what they did against the Chiefs too, then the Jets are winning this game, no question.
Yeah. You just got to hope that the refs don't,
don't
screw them over
call an imaginary hold on Sauce Gardner.
Or just not call a hold on a clear hold.
Oh, no, man. We're off to a really bad start on the penalties department in the NFL.
And in college.
With what we saw, we're seeing right now in London right now, those refs are trash. They're calling everything. I think the Bills have double-digit penalties already in that game. So, Chiefs versus the Vikings. That'll be a fun one to watch.
Yeah. Give me the Chiefs because, well,
I almost
Taylor
can't even
Swift
pick
going to be
against
there.
them. Like it's just so it's so like odd to pick against them. And especially against the Vikings team that turns the ball over more than any other team in the league right now. I can't say they're going to win.
Yeah. So I'll go Chiefs.
Cowboys versus the 49ers. Sunday Night Football. Really good game.
Cowboys,
that
49ers.
I cannot wait to watch tonight.
It should be fun. I'm going to go 49ers.
I'm going 49ers too. I think that they'll figure it out, and I think that they know how to run the football. I think they're going to take care of it. I think the Cowboys have won all these games because their defense creates turnovers, and the 49ers don't really turn the ball over too much. So if they can limit the turnovers, then the Cowboys, I just don't think are going to be able to move the ball.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. Okay. So then we have Monday Night Football is the Packers versus the Raiders.
Oh, what a fun game. Give me the Packers.
Give me the Packers. All right. I'll take the Packers as well.
Yeah. Give me them. I think Jordan Love will play okay.
And then, of course, the game that only matters on this channel, the Tennessee Titans versus the Indianapolis Colts. Who do you got?
Give me the Colts 78-0. No,
78-0. All right.
This game could go either way just because it's a divisional game, and you just never know what could happen in those games. I mean, the Texans beat the Jags, and we all thought the Jags were, really good. Apparently, they're fine. But I think the Colts win this game. I think in my pregame video, I said 24-17. I'll stick with that. 24-17.
All right. I respect it. I love the confidence of making a pick like that. Love that.
Yep.
All right. You say you got to get going? Of
Yep. Gotta get the cads. Yeah, the cads. I gotta get the cats fed.
course.
Before they try to break out of my apartment. So,
All right. Sounds good. I will chat with you later, my guy.
alrighty, I'll chat with y'all later.
All right. See you, dude.
All right, see ya. And if you call a grown man a king, then unless you're from the UK, then I feel sorry for you. All right, bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. I'm going to see if I can work on getting my link set up for this game. It's going to be a little bit before the link gets up, so it shouldn't be much longer, though. Half hour, though, till the game gets started. Shout out to the 160 people in here right now, guys. Be sure to like the stream. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe. All that great stuff. Greatly appreciated. Puerto Rico Colts Nation here. What's up, man? How you doing? What are the Colts' chances of playoffs this year, realistically? As good a chance as almost anyone else's in the AFC South. I mean, maybe just a little less than the Jags. But as far as the Titans go and the Texans go and everything else, they got just about as good a chance as anyone. I mean, there's a decent chance that they can make it. I mean, there's a couple of AFC teams that are not quite as good this year as what some people presumed they would be. From Salt Lake City, Utah. That's amazing. Awesome. Canadian Colts Nation here. Hey, what's up, Tails? Colts Nation from New Jersey. Let's go. I'm at the game. Roof's open. Let's go. Hey, love it, man. Let's get it, baby. North Carolina Colts Nation. That's awesome. Cool. Just working on. And Jacksonville scored again. And it looks like they're probably going to end up winning the game. What are the chances of me joining the podcast, Derek? We'll see, AR Productions. We'll see, man. I have to. I don't know. It's been a while since we've done like a fan call-in stream. Maybe that's something we'll do. I'll figure out a way to do that. But yeah. We'll get that figured out. Certainly hope that certainly hope that Jonathan Taylor does something great for us today. All right, later, Woods. All right, sounds good. Maybe we'll bring those back. Maybe we will bring those back. Bills really let us down today. Dude, I knew they were going to lose. Nice. Good afternoon from Virginia. What's up, man? Yep, definitely. Barcelona, study abroad. Hey, what's up, Nate Dog? Yeah, Jags. Looks like the Jags are going to win their game. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go yell at the dogs. Doggos. Quiet. Quiet. You both want to be on the podcast? Julie. Gosh. They're loud. Especially my friend's dog. Jeez. What up, Jay? Finn? How you doing, man? I have no idea how many yards Josh Downs will have today, guys. I have no idea. Very inconsistent so far this year when it comes to overall how they use him. You know, I'm sure at some point they'll figure it out. Like I said, it's only been 4 weeks into this season. You know, it's gonna be interesting to see how they handle it. But no way, the Bills just scored that quickly. No way. Wow. Shout out to the 150 people in here right now, guys. Be sure to like the stream. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Predictions on today's game. I don't know, man. It's very weird because obviously the Titans. It's so strange to think about it because you know what this Titans team has done to the Indianapolis Colts over the last couple years, and it's kind of hard to think about just what exactly the Colts can do now with a new coach and a new everything, right? So it'll be interesting. Just on Twitter, checking if there is any other updates. Looking at everybody's pictures. We just got to maintain. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how the Indianapolis Colts do with, this. Um, it'll definitely be interesting to see how the Colts maintain this. How many carries JT getting? Uh I'd say probably like anywhere from around a dozen, maybe. I wouldn't say it's much more than that because, like you said, it's going to be a game of back and forth with him and Moss. Hopefully not 30. Yeah, I highly doubt he gets that right off the bat, to be honest with you. But the roof is open today. So we'll see how that handles with the outside conditions and everything else. Be very interesting to see if how it feels on the inside. I don't know if anyone will be able to tell me like how it feels on the inside. Is it cold in there or is it pretty still semi warm? But yeah, keeping Henry under 100 yards, that's a huge one. That definitely will be a huge one. To get that to happen would be huge. Gosh, Stream East it's not feeding me any links right now. Give me 1 second, guys. Just working on getting this up. It doesn't get it up in the next 5 minutes. I'm gonna try something different. Derek, do you think that the communication between JT and AR is going to be a bit rocky to start? It might be. It might be. Remember, these guys haven't practiced with each other at all. I think up except this week. So it could definitely be that way. But I think that they will be able to figure it out though. 170 people in here right now, guys. Let's get to 100 likes before the stream starts, eh? Or before the game starts. Give me 1 second, guys. Just looking at. Okay, that's it. Who's in for Ryman? It's gonna be Blake Freeland. Yeah, hopefully a big day for Hurricane Dio for sure. Very, very, very true. No, Franklin's playing. Yeah, he's not inactive. No issues there. On the anvil, Zach Eady. What's that? Do you think we'll see a lot of involvement with Moss today? Yeah, Moss will still get probably the majority of the carries, to be honest with you. I don't think that we won't see that because Zach Moss definitely is still the guy until JT gets back to being the healthiest. 1 second, guys. I'm going to try something different here. One sec, guys. There we go. There we go. Finally got a link working over here. Hopefully this will be all good. We are less than 15 minutes away from the start. Indy, another home matchup. Take a look at my last thing for fantasy before. Dang, ETN. Holy cow. ETN had 2 touchdowns. Oh my gosh. I walked into that not having much confidence in him to do anything, and that's crazy. All right, so that one's all good. Everything is all set there. Then my other league. Dang, in one of my leagues, ETN got me 53. Holy crap. The point systems are so different in some of these, but my gosh. Matt Breida or Tank Dell is my second flex. Definitely Tank Dell. Definitely Tank Dell. Especially this week against Atlanta. I know Atlanta's been halfway decent at stopping the pass, but Nico Collins is going to get taken on by AJ Terrell, and Tank Dell's going to be viewed as the second option. So definitely go for Tank Dell. Jonathan Taylor, red zone back. He might be. He might be. See the offense coming out on the field right now for the intros. I'm waiting to see if anyone else is telling me that it went wild. Oh, so he's saying Jonathan Taylor blowing kisses to the crowd. Got a warm welcome back. Fantastic. Love to see that. Sounds good, Smokey. Sounds good. Anthony Richardson still gets the honor of being the last guy out. Yep. Big cheer for as JT comes out of the tunnel. Love that. Should only be a couple more minutes. And then we will have Derek. Remember last year when we were pulling our hair out over this team? Let's appreciate this time with Anthony Richardson. Absolutely, man. This team, this team's definitely been a lot more fun to watch this year, and that's been the best part about it. Game hasn't started yet. Oh yeah, I gotta fix this banner up so then that way. Ugh, man. Okay. JT for MVP. Shout out to the 215 people in here right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to like the stream, guys. It helps it get out to more people. Greatly appreciate everyone tuning in for this live reaction to the Colts versus the Titans. Please like that stream. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe. What up, Mitch? How you doing, my brother? Game's about to start. Both teams 2-2 entering this game. As of just a few minutes ago, the entire AFC South was 2-2 leading up to it. $250 of you in here right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and try something else here real quick just to see. Because if not, I know I have a backup plan. But just hang in there with me, Colts fans and other fans of other teams right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right. Stream East is back to working. Fantastic. RJ uplifting hours, $5 super chat. Let's go Colts juiced up. What's up, man? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you. There's your $5, Derek. Eat a breadstick. I don't have any right now, man. But the roof is open. Shout out to the 260 people in here right now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're just about to get underway here. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. The Colts will be receiving first. And mods, if you see any spam, please get rid of it. What's up, Chris? How you doing? I don't have sound on Stream East, but I don't use sound anyway. So if it's not working, then I have a couple others that I use. But looks like McKenzie's going to return this one. McKenzie almost got past it, but he's down at the 20. And that's where the Colts will start their drive. Indianapolis coming out. And Jonathan Taylor will not get the start. He is not the first running back out there. But Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts looking to try to get back in the win column after a overtime loss to the Rams in this building last week. Anthony Richardson with 4 rushing touchdowns in his first 3 career games, first quarterback in NFL history to do so. 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. There's a tight end on the left. They're going to run with Zach Moss. Moss gets a good carry, brought down at the 26. That's a gain of 6. That time they had Blake Freeland on moving in motion, filing in behind, utilizing that athleticism and speed of Blake Freeland and helping him out. Colts get Ryan Kelly back, but Bernard Ryman, the left tackle, out for this game. 2nd down and 4 coming up. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Now tight end motion's right. Richardson dumps it down, caught by Josh Downs right at the 1st down marker, and they're going to give it to him. So that's a gain of 4, and that is a 1st down. Ball at the 30. Be interesting to see how Josh Downs gets used. That's what you want to try to utilize him with. If you give him Josh Downs any space, that's what Anthony Richardson should be looking for. Kevin Byard was the one on the tackle. That great secondary by the Tennessee Titans. Some guys that have been there for a long time. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right, tight end on the right. Josh Downs motion. It's going to be an RPO. Just going to dump it to Josh Downs. Downs makes one guy miss. Brought down at the 45 by Al-Shaair. And that's a 15-yard gain for Josh Downs. 2 first down catches for Josh Downs. Really like what I'm seeing so far. There was pressure up the middle of the field on Richardson, and Richardson wasted no time and just let that thing go for Josh Downs. Let him do his thing. 3 guys lined out to the right. Josh Downs lined up on the left. Granson will now motion left. Richardson still in the shotgun with Zach Moss. It's going to be another pass. Richardson with time. Has someone, and he overthrows Pierce. That's just above his head. Covered by, it looked to be Kevin Byard. That'll be the first incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Couple studs on that defensive line. Jeffrey Simmons, one of the best defensive linemen. Danico Autry lined up on the inside, former Indianapolis Colt. 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be another pass for Richardson. Colts throwing the ball a lot on this drive. Richardson throws it really deep and out of bounds. Looked to be a miscommunication there between him and Pittman. It'll be 3rd down and 10 coming up. Colts only ran the ball one time on this drive, and that was the first play of the game. Doubt that we see another one here. But you had Pittman running a pretend out, and Richardson obviously thought that there was something different that Pittman was supposed to run. It's going to be another pass. Richardson with time. Richardson just going to dump it. Kylan Granson catches it, gets to the 49, but is brought down by 2 Tennessee Titans, and the Colts are going to have to punt this one away. They get into Titans territory, but it's just not enough. The Colts are keeping their offense out on the field. They look like they're going to pretend to get the Titans off balance here, but 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left. Yeah, there's no way. Pittman now motions left. And the Colts are just going to, I think, just going to run this out. Yep. They're just trying to get the Titans to jump, and they weren't able to do so. So they're going to go ahead and take that 5-yard penalty, and they're going to punt this one away. What's going on, everybody? 328 people in here right now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Rigoberto Sanchez comes out to punt. Be sure to like the stream, guys. It helps to get out to more of you out there. Thank you so much. Just under 12 minutes. Colts had a couple first downs there, just weren't able to move it all the way down the field. Sanchez's kick is away, and it's caught at the 5, and he is brought down at the 15. That was Phillips on the return. Kyle Phillips, the wide receiver, and the Tennessee Titans will now come out on offense. Yeah, that first drive was mainly just some throwing there. Wonder if that was by design for Shane Steichen. Obviously, the first 2 throws for Richardson were on target to Josh Downs, but after that, you had a lot of throwing and not as much running the football. Certainly hope that the Colts will get back to that. Obviously, that first run you had for 6 yards, but we'll see how this Colts defense looks against the Tennessee Titans. Noah Nelson. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are having issues with some stuff here, but I'm fine. I don't need sound for these. I can pay attention to what's going on. But the Tennessee Titans will begin their drive inside their own 20. It was brought down at the 15, so long ways to go here. And the Colts get a stop. All right, here we go. Tannehill in the shotgun with Henry, and there's two of them back there. It's going to be a pass for Ryan Tannehill, and it's caught, it looked like, at the 27. I'm going to say that was a catch for DeAndre Hopkins. Somehow got both those feet in there. But that'll be a gain of 7. That knee was down. It looked to be maybe inside, but we'll have to see. "150th straight game with a reception." DeAndre Hopkins. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end on the right. 1 receiver motions in now at the line of scrimmage. Titans going to run the ball here with Derrick Henry. Henry rumbling forward, close to a first down. We'll see where they mark him. They may have him just half a yard shy of a first down. It looks like they will be half a yard shy. Tennessee going to hurry up to the line here, just in bunch formation. There's going to be another run. Oh, it's going to be play action for Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill's going to jump it and get it to his tight end, who's wide open and brought down at the 46. What a play call by the Tennessee Titans. That was caught by number 88, Trevon Wesco, the tight end, who was lined up in formation and just slips it at the last second. No one accounts for him. And that was a 25-yard gain right there. One receiver to the right and left. Tight end on both sides for the Tennessee Titans. Ball at the 46. Tannehill, quick 3-step drop back. He's going to throw it deep, and it's incomplete. Are they going to call a flag? And it doesn't look like there is one. Juju Brent's on the coverage. Somehow, some way, nobody got him, and Ibukum is down. The Colts already down Kwity Paye, and Ibukum is now down. Ibukum gets back up, trying to walk off on his own power. Looks to be an ankle. But he will walk off on his own power. Slowly, but he is walking off, or jogging off, rather, on his own power. So that's good. But Ibukum hit him. Oh, he got cut at the line. All right, 2nd down and 10. It's going to be another run for the Tennessee Titans, and there's a flag. A Colt got jumped off sides. Gosh dang it, man. The Colts stopped Derrick Henry to a 2-yard gain, but the Colts jumped off sides. The Colts giving the Tennessee Titans free yards. That has been an issue so far this year for defensive penalties, especially last week. EJ Speed on the jump across this time had that one penalty early in the first drive as well against the Rams that helped give them a touchdown. 2nd down and 5. Going to toss this one to another running back, and he's brought down just a yard shy by EJ Speed. That was number 32, Tyjae Spears, the rookie out of Tulane. There'll be another 3rd down and short coming up for Tennessee. Spears comes off. 3rd down and 1. 9 minutes left in this first quarter. Shout out to the 360 people in here right now. Be sure to like the stream, guys. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe. Tennessee in short yardage situation once again. And they're going to hand this off to the fullback, and he is going to get the 1st down on that one. That was Tyjae Spears again, actually, who was lined up in the fullback spot. Another 1st down for Tennessee. who is now inching into field goal territory here. Receiver's going to motion. It's going to be a play action here. Tannehill has him in the middle of the field, brought down after a 9-yard gain by Kenny Moore. That was caught by Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. Westbrook, who seems to always have the Colts number the last couple times he's played against them, playing in that slot. Kenny Moore has always had troubles being able to lock in on that. Second down and 1 coming up. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left. Now Hopkins motions left. Ball is placed at the 33 of Indy right now. Hopkins will now motion back. And Tyjae Spears is going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down for a loss of 1. That's Taven Bryan and Samson Ebukam, who's back out there after getting a quick checkup, but he is back out there ready to play again. Ebukam just seeps in off that left side against the tight end. They actually had the Westbrook trying to block him, and that's just a mismatch every time. Third down and short coming up. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Spears in the shotgun with Tannehill. Tannehill finds his receiver, first down. Akonawu with the catch, and it looked to be a gain of at least 5. EJ Speed on the tackle. Colts struggling once again to get off the field on third downs. Titans 3 for 3 on third downs on this drive. EJ Speed almost having it, but great throw by Tannehill. First down and 10. 1 receiver to the right and left, tight end on the left. Tight end in the shotgun as well is going to be a toss to Derrick Henry. Henry gets tripped up and he gets maybe a yard. That was Grant Stewart on the tackle, replacing Shaq Leonard, who is out with a groin injury. Ball's placed at the 27, second down and 9. Under 6 minutes now. 2 receivers to the left, Hopkins on the right. Tight end is on the left. Tannehill under center. There'll be another run for Spears. Spears gets a gain of 3 before being brought down by Blackman and Speed. Tyjae Spears getting a lot of action early in this game. I'm quite surprised the amount of reps he's getting in replacement of Derrick Henry here. But this is the longest third down that the Titans have had to deal with so far on this drive. Third down and 6. Fourth third down of the drive. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Tannehill and shotgun. Ball's at the 24. Tannehill finds someone in the middle, and that's DeAndre Hopkins. Brought down after Kenny Moore makes a tackle, but DeAndre Hopkins with another first down. Again, Colts getting close to getting Tannehill, but Tannehill just finding his receiver in the middle of the field. EJ Speed just a split second behind the throw. Spears and Henry in the backfield with Tannehill. Ball's at the 23. It's going to be a toss to Derrick Henry. Henry's going to throw it. Henry has him in the back, and did he catch it? It's incomplete. Just out of the range of DeAndre Hopkins. They ran a fake option to Derrick Henry, and Hopkins was wide open in the backfield, or in the back of the end zone, just wasn't able to get both feet in. He actually didn't get either foot in, but it was just a little high. Last week, the Tennessee Titans ran something very similar to something like that against Cincinnati and it converted. Tried it now and it just wasn't able to make it. One receiver to the left, two to the right. Tight end on the left. Tannehill just dumps it down to Henry. Henry gets a gain of 4 before being brought down at the 9. So it'll be another 3rd down and 6 coming up for Tennessee. The fifth 3rd down on this drive. Tennessee 4 for 4 so far. Can the defense get the stop right here? Tennessee taking almost 10 minutes of clock off on this drive. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Henry and Hopkins in the shotgun with Tannehill. Tannehill under pressure just delivers. It's incomplete. Zaire Franklin, there's a flag on the play, and they're going to get Zaire for the holding. Unbelievable. And my link just dies. Come on. Don't do this to me. Actually, yeah, they are going to get offense a pass interference. Wow. So they called pass interference on Tennessee. Wow. Very rare do you see something like that happen. And my link just wants to keep dying. Okay. About to do something different here. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to try something different with a different link that I think will have a better reception and won't be cutting in and out. There we go. All right, and the Titans get the 3-pointer. Okay. All right. All right, Titans get first blood. So far, for the first couple minutes here of NFL action, let's go ahead and check these out, huh? Still nothing. Patriots Saints, 7-0 Ravens over the Steelers, 7-0 Lions over the Panthers, 7-3 Falcons over the Texans, Dolphins 7-0 over the Giants. Thank you to the 407 people watching right now. Greatly appreciated. But the Titans used up 9 minutes of that first quarter on that drive, man. Not barely any time left in that first quarter. That thing went by fast. All right, let's see how the Colts offense responds after that first drive. McKenzie just going to fair catch this in the back of the end zone. Now Jonathan Taylor will come out on the offense for the Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor, who hasn't played a game for the Indianapolis Colts since December of last year. All the talk of being unsatisfied with not getting an extension before the season started or even before coming into camp. And then the injury, rehab taking longer, and then the trade rumors happening. Colts fans just happy to finally see him out there. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, tight end on the right. Ball started at the 25. Going to give this to Jonathan Taylor. Taylor gets down, brought down at the, looks to be the 28-yard line. Breaks through the defensive tackle. Able to get a couple. Jonathan Taylor, from the time he was drafted, has had the second most rushing yards and rushing touchdowns in the NFL since being drafted. Only person to do more is Derrick Henry in both categories. That was a gain of 3. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end on the right. Richardson, gonna pass. Caught by Michael Pittman. Pittman tries to make one guy miss, and he is down. We'll see where they spot him. He's very close. They're going to probably spot him at the line, and that's probably going to be enough for a first down. Good to see Michael Pittman get that first catch. Pittman's just going to run a quick in route, this quick slant, and Richardson was able to get it to him quickly. Again, just high, but Pittman, being as tall as he is, able to make some of those catches. 2 receivers to the left. Pittman motions right. Tight end on the right as well. Zach Moss in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Zach Moss. Moss shrugs off Danico Autry. Gets brought down after a gain of 4. Tackled by Simmons and Autry there. Again, this season for the Indianapolis Colts, all about the development of Anthony Richardson, trying to get him better at things he may not have excelled at in college. Has all the intangibles in the world to make things work. 1 receiver to the right and left, tight end on both sides. It's going to be an RPO. He's going to give it to McKenzie. McKenzie gets down after a gain of 4 on that play. Ran a RPO and then ran it into an option. Richardson trying to take it himself, but was able to ditch it to McKenzie. Gets a good 4-yard gain there. Another third down coming up. 3 receivers on the left, tight end on the right. Richardson in the shotgun with Zach Moss. They're going to hand it off. Zach Moss gets a big one. Zach Moss breaks through it. He could go all the way, and he will. Touchdown, Zach Moss. Zach Moss, are you kidding me? Looked like Jonathan Taylor shot out of that cannon. The Colts just do a halfback draw. Zach Moss doesn't even get touched and goes straight to the end zone. Fantastic blocking by the interior of the offensive line. Quentin Nelson able to get the seal block. Same with Ryan Kelly. And then Will Fries gets to the second level, and then Zach Moss never gets touched. What a beautiful play there, and the Colts take the lead on the Tennessee Titans. That Gay's kick is up, and it is good, and the Colts take the lead on the Indianapolis Colts, and Zach Moss, the return of Jonathan Taylor, said, hey, don't forget about me. I'm still here. I can still be explosive. Let's go. Be back in 60 seconds, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Sup? Let's go, man. Zach Moss, dude. Yes, Taylor is playing. That was awesome, man. Almost looked like Jonathan Taylor shot out of that cannon, man. That is incredible. A fantastic way to respond by the Indianapolis Colts offense. Fantastic. Love to see it. So much blue. 5 plays, 56-yard run by Zach Moss. That kick is away, and that one's going to go into the end zone. That will not be returned. 41 seconds left in this first quarter. These two running backs for the Tennessee Titans, Tajay Spears and Derrick Henry, both doing a really great job this season of moving the chains, especially last week. 33 carries between the two of them, nearly 200 yards. So far, it's been working. One receiver to the right and left, tight end on both sides. Tight end on the left, actually, in an I formation. Going to get another one for Derrick Henry. Henry gets brought down after a gain of 2 on the play. Might be the last play of the first quarter. We will see if the Tennessee Titans will run another. So far, so good at containing Derrick Henry and Tajay Spears, not letting them do anything crazy. It looks like the Titans might do one more play here. One receiver to the right and left, tight end on both sides, ball at the 27. Tannehill under center. One last attempt here, and they are not going to snap it, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Give me one sec, guys. Here we go. All right, it will go into the second quarter. Colts still with the lead. Tennessee, 7 carries for 14 yards. Yep. Longest run of his career for Zach Moss. That's incredible. That stinks too, because I had Zach Moss on my bench for one of my leagues. I was like, oh, if Jonathan Taylor's going to come back, I didn't expect Zach Moss to get a lot of big runs in this game, and that's amazing. That was awesome to see that. But great blocking again by the Colts offensive line, and great job by Zach Moss to hit the right hole there. Titans dang near wasted the whole quarter. Yeah, for real though. It's better to have 2 quality running back threats than one. 100%. It's great to have both. And you know what? I think Shane Steichen's going to do a great job of utilizing them both. They're both great runners. I mean, no question about it. It allows you to be able to do a lot more things. How long was the run? 56 yards. Biggest run of Zach Moss's career right there. That looked like a guy that had some speed, man. I mean, he took out of there. He shot out like a freaking. Looked like he got shot out of a cannon, bro. That thing was. I mean, my goodness. All right, we're back to action. Second quarter starting now. Colts with a 7-3 lead over the Titans. So far this year, slow starts for the Titans. They're 31st in yards and 24th in points per game in the first quarter, but are 8th in points in second and 4th in total yards in the second quarter. So obviously they've had a lot of slower starts in the first quarter than they've had in other times. Chester Bean with the $2 super chat. I think we found our coach, fellas. Appreciate that with the $2 super chat, man. Thank you so very much. Here we go. 2nd and 8. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Tight end is on the right as well. Now Derrick Henry, who is out in the slot, now comes back into the backfield. Motions out right. Tannehill under pressure. Tannehill couldn't quite get it to his guy. It's an incomplete pass. Pressure there by number 92. That was Jake Martin, the defensive end, getting some pressure there. Was able to hit Tannehill as he was throwing, and he wasn't quite able to get it to his tight end. Shout out to the 455 people watching right now, guys. Be sure to like the stream. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe. All that great stuff. Thank you. 3rd down and 8 now. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the right as well. Tannehill on the shotgun with Spears. Tannehill under pressure, gets hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. And no flags on the play. DeForest Buckner hit him as he threw it, and he wasn't able to make the throw, and the Tennessee Titans go 3 and out. Great response by the Colts defense. Dio Adangbo comes off the edge, and then you get DeForest Buckner up the middle. They brought 5. Great switch, and the center didn't switch to DeForest Buckner quick enough, and Defoe hits him as he couldn't throw it and step into it. And that punt is away. It's caught by McKenzie at the 30. McKenzie tries to break a few, brought down at the 35 finally. So gets a gain of 5. Good field position there for the Indianapolis Colts as they take over for their second offensive drive coming up shortly. I miss when we had Marlon Mack. Bro, I miss Marlon Mack too, man. Marlon Mack, always a fun guy to watch. Sierra Lee, let's go score. I hope we can. I hope we can score one more time. Just imagine if that was Jonathan Taylor who made that run. Just imagine if that was JT. That place, Lucas Oil might have caused an earthquake underneath it for the amount of sound that would have made. Appreciate you, CMDSR. Appreciate you, my man. All right, here we go. Colts defense got the stop. Colts offense now at the 35. All right, it's going to be another RPO. Just dumps it down to Michael Pittman, who gets a gain of 4 on the play. Second time finding Michael Pittman. Richardson definitely getting a lot of plays down quickly, getting the ball out as quickly as possible. Just trying to sustain drives. That's the big thing, is sustaining these drives. Second down and 6. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end on the right. Moss in the shotgun with Richardson. Ball's at the 39. It's going to be a handoff to Moss. Moss is not able to get anywhere. Gets to the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 3rd and 6 coming up. Tennessee Titans had a lot of pressure up the middle of the offensive line there. Zach Moss not able to go where he wanted to. Another 3rd down for Indianapolis. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left as well. Ogletree now motions out left. Richardson with time. Richardson finds Ogletree across the middle of the field, down at the 48 and in Titans territory. Ogletree, who had his first touchdown last week of his career against the LA Rams, gets another big catch here. Colts really getting him involved in the offensive game plan now. His unique skill set. Big body. It's going to be another RPO here. Richardson's going to hold it and just get rid of it. There's a flag right at the line of scrimmage. We'll see what that was for. It's going to be a hold on the offense. Richardson, under pressure, just had to get rid of it. And they're going to take it. It's Braden Smith on the hold. Downs tried to help with Braden Smith on the outside, and Braden held on to the horse collar of Rasheed Weaver, preventing Anthony Richardson from getting sacked. But that's already the 3rd penalty by the Colts early in this game. 1st down and 20. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Zach Moss will motion outright, then come back into the backfield. It's going to be another pass. Going to give it to Zach Moss. Moss, with a little bit of room, gets brought down at the 46. So that'll be a gain of 4. Zach Moss, NFL rankings entering week 5, was 2nd in rushes per game, 4th in yards per game, and 9th in scrimmage yards per game. So Zach Moss taking over very well in the replacement of JT before Jonathan Taylor coming back this week. So it's been really awesome to see Zach Moss playing the way that he has. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end on the right, ball at the 46. So another pass, Richardson rolling right. Richardson under pressure, gets rid of it and just throws it away. No one there. So it'll be 3rd and long coming up for the Indianapolis Colts. A drive that had a lot of promise, and just nobody was open. You had 3 wide receivers all within 10 yards of each other on the left side. Tight end on the right, 3 receivers out to the left. Richardson with time. Richardson looking deep. He is throwing, and it's caught by Josh Downs at the 16. Josh Downs wide open. Josh Downs with a big play. They are inside the red zone. Anthony Richardson with time let it loose, threw a 50-yard bomb, and it is a first down for Indy. And the Colts hurrying up. They are not letting Tennessee rest. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Ball at the 16. Richardson in the shotgun all by himself. Zach Moss motioning into the backfield. Now he'll motion to the right. Richardson just going to take it himself. Nowhere to go, really. Gets a gain of maybe 2. Designed run there. Now going back to this last play. Again, ball's at the 45. Josh Downs just kind of gets lost in the corner. He bit on the coverage, and Josh Downs seeps in behind him, and the safety couldn't quite get there soon enough. That was Molden. So it was a 1-yard play by Anthony Richardson there. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end on the left. Downs motions right. It's going to be another RPO. Richardson threw it backwards. Richardson tried to do another scramble. He threw it backwards, and there's a flag on the play. We're going to see what they do here, but Richardson might have just screwed things up for the Colts. Richardson, instead of just throwing it away, tried to scramble and still was getting held down and threw it backwards. That is one of those plays where the inexperience, Richardson being so much more athletic than everyone else, used to do that in college, but you can't do that anymore in the NFL. They're down in 26, and they're just going to give it to Michael Pittman. Pittman down at the 26. That's a gain of 6. And they will bring the field goal unit out. And, Jeffrey Simmons is down on the field. Not good there if you're a Tennessee Titans fan. He's clearly your best defensive player. Really hope he's okay. Yeah, so Richardson was trying to get the screen to Mo Alley Cox. It was not there. And then wanted to scramble out by doing that one of those spins that he did against Utah, but they were not falling for it, and that cost the Colts about 17 yards because he threw it backwards in a final attempt. To get that ball off. That's, again, just one of those plays where Anthony Richardson just needs to be reminded, you just can't do that, young fella. You just can't do that. Yeah, so far, Jonathan Taylor with only 1 carry so far in this game. Maybe we'll see more of him in the second half, but right now we haven't seen much. But now, Matt Gay to come in and attempt the 43-yard field goal. At least that's where I presume he was at. I'll have to check that again, but I think it was a 43-yarder. Oh, Simmons just get lit up by his safety. That wonder if that shoulder, if that hand is really messed up, but looks to be okay. But yep, it'll be a 43-yard field goal attempt here with Matt Gay, who made history against Baltimore. Matt Gay, his kick is up, and it is good. So the Colts extend on their lead. It is now 3-10 Colts. Going midway into the second quarter. Wasn't 7, but it is 3. It does increase that lead, and that is all that matters, is increasing on a lead. All right. Colts with a 10-3 lead, 9:32 left in the second quarter. Shout out to the 530 people watching right now, guys. We only have 200 likes on the stream. Come on, everybody. Like the stream, please. Helps it get out to more people. This one's going to be returnable for the Titans. And he is brought down at the 17. Brought down by Nick Cross. Nick Cross, who's been trying to get some special teams work, has massively improved himself this year. And he's going to hand it off again to Derrick Henry. Henry gets to the 23. That's a gain of 6 before being brought down. Bodies flying everywhere, it looks like. Be a gain of 7. They're going to put him down at the 24. So he's 2nd down and 3 coming up. One receiver to the right, one to the left, tight end on the right. I formation for the Titans. There's 8 in the box for the Colts. Tight end on motion right. It's going to be play action for Tannehill. Tannehill, with all the time in the world, throws it to the left, and there's a flag on the play. DeAndre Hopkins was nowhere near where the pass was, but there's a flag, and I'm not sure if they're going to get Juju or not. They are going to get Juju Brents with illegal use of hands. I have no idea how that's a illegal contact, given the fact that, like, he wasn't grabbing him by the face mask, but whatever. That's a 1st down for the Titans. 4th penalty on the Colts and none for the Titans. Juju not happy about it at all. One receiver to the right, one to the left, 2 tight ends on the right. Tannehill in the shotgun with Henry. And they're going to say he got it off somehow, but Henry is going to have the slip screen, and he gets the 1st down, brought down to the 43. Again, that should have been a false start or a delay of game, but they're not calling anything on the Titans right now. There's no way they got rid of that ball before that clock hit 0. I'm just saying. All these stupid slip screens. Tackled by Juju Brents. Ball at the 42. Tannehill with 2 tight ends in the backfield with him and Tajay Spears. But Grover Stewart not letting Spears get anywhere. took on the single man, and he gets a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Second down and 9 coming up. Henry in the shotgun with Tannehill. One receiver on each side. Tight end on both sides as well. It's going to be another RPO. Tannehill gets it off, but the tight end drops it. It's Akanawa on the attempt. It'll be 3rd down and long coming up. Longest 3rd down attempt yet for the Tennessee Titans so far in this game. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Tannehill under pressure. Tannehill gets it off somehow. Tajay Spears gets the 1st down and more. Dang it, so many times. That has been the story of the last several years for the Indianapolis Colts. They get Tannehill, and somehow, some way, he always slips it to Forrest Buckner getting held by the offensive lineman as he's trying to grab Tannehill, and they don't call it. They don't call it. He's being held by one of his arms, and he can't sack him. Ball's at the 42 of Indy. Going to hand it off to Derrick Henry again. Henry spins off of 2 guys, brought down at the 30. That's a gain of 12. There's a flag on the play. Hopefully there's a holding. Holding on the offense. Finally, Jesus. About freaking time, man. Aaron Brewer with the first penalty of the day on Tennessee. So it'll be 1st down and 20 coming up. Please, Lord in heaven, Colts, stop them. First down and 17 coming up. Come on, Colts defense. Stop them here. 6 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. One receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Tight end is on the right as well. Spears in the shotgun with Tannehill. Tannehill just going to dump it to Akanawa. It's brought out of bounds after a gain of about 7. I'm going to say about, a gain of 7 there. One receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Henry in the backfield with Tannehill. Pistol formation. Spears will motion right. Now Spears will motion behind it. Henry moves his feet, still going, brought down at the 35. That's a gain of 8. Be 3rd down and 3 coming up. Derrick Henry, just when you get that full head of steam, it's just impossible to bring him down with just one guy. And he just carries the guys everywhere. It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up. Can the Colts get the stop right here? 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tannehill with Spears in the shotgun with him. Spears motions out left. Spears going to be the guy, and it's incomplete. Spears wasn't looking, and speed was all over him. Be 4th down and 3. Now, what will the Titans decide to do? Looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit out. Speed was tracking Spears the whole way. It was just going to be a quick out and in for Spears, but Speed knew it was coming right away, and there was no way he was getting that. Even if Spears was ready, he wasn't going to get it. 53-yard field goal attempt here. Really deep, and it's, oh man, that was so close. It was good, but it looked like it was about to trail off to the left. The Titans get another field goal, but the Colts still maintain their lead. It's been good that the Colts defense has been able to hold up on the Titans offense, but man, some of these drives could be ending so much sooner. Come on, guys. We got 500 plus people in here right now. Let's get to over 300 likes on the stream. Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about the CBS feed. Appreciate that, Andrew. Thank you so very much. That's going to be fair caught by Isaiah McKenzie at the 3-yard line. And that will be brought out to the 25. First down and 10 for the Colts. 4:39 left in the second quarter. Still with a 10-6 lead. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Tight end on the left, downs motions. It's going to be a run here for Anthony Richardson. Richardson gets brought down at the 29. That is a gain of 4. And Richardson is hurt. And the right shoulder is hurting. Oh, no. No way, man. And Gardner Minshew is going to have to come out. Unfreaking believable. And Richardson is hurt. Richardson is down. And the Indianapolis Colts will now have to play with Gardner Minshew, man. Gosh freaking dang it! I can't keep doing this, man. I can't every single week have to keep wondering if every single time he gets hit to the ground, if he's going to get hurt, man. It's just so frustrating. Every single freaking week, man. Shout out to the 560 people in here. Be sure to like the stream, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Certainly hope Anthony Richardson will be okay, but he is severely favoring that right arm. It was brought down by the tight end, and he landed on that thing really hard and obviously landed on it wrong. And he definitely cannot lift that arm right now. Gardner Minshew coming out. Jonathan Taylor comes out. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Tight end in the backfield. McKenzie on motion right. They're going to hand it off to Jonathan Taylor. Taylor stays on his feet, gets a gain of 2 before being brought down at the 31. It'll be 3rd and 4. The Colts' offensive game plan will now change quite a bit now that Gardner Minshew is in there. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Moss in the shotgun with Minshew. Ball at the 31. Minshew gets the snap. Minshew throws it across the middle, and it's caught by Kylan Granson, and he's down at the 39. That's a gain of 8 and a first down. Kylan Granson with his second catch of the game, actually. Colts with plenty of time on the clock to move down the field. Granson with his great route running. Just too smooth for a lot of linebackers to stay on him. 7 first downs for the Indianapolis Colts now. First down and 10. Jonathan Taylor in the backfield with Minshew. One receiver to the right and left. Tight end on both sides. Going to hand it to JT. JT bullies his way forward. Gets a gain of maybe 4, maybe 5, depending on where they spot him. And again, another good run there for Jonathan Taylor. Hasn't had that explosive ability yet, but has gotten a consistent 3-4 yards every time he runs. Second down and 5. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. This will be the last play, I think, of the third or of the second quarter. Play action, fake, and it was high to Michael Pittman. Fulton was all over that one. Richardson still favoring that right arm, isn't able to move it at all. Yeah, that is a guy that is definitely not coming back, and he is mad. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Minshew facing pressure off the left side, just dumps it to Downs. Downs gets the first down, and more still going. Brought down at the 29. Josh Downs with another big reception on 3rd down. Josh Downs, the savior of this Colts offense so far in this game. Gardner Minshew, that'll be the end of the that'll be the 2-minute warning. Again, Josh Downs being covered by, it was number 50 of the Titans. That's Jack Gibbons, the linebacker. And they just are unable to stick with him. All right, guys. All right, guys. Here we go. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Downs motions. Going to be play action. Trying to find Jonathan Taylor, but Drew Ogletree with the catch instead. Drew Ogletree bounces off of Shair and then tackled by Fulton. He's going to hand it to Zach Moss again with another big run from Zach Moss. Brought down at the 13. That's another first down. Fantastic running there by Zach Moss. It'll be a first down. The Colts with 1 minute left and 3 timeouts inside the red zone. It's going to be a run here. Jonathan Taylor trying to squeeze through. Gets a gain of 2 before being brought down. The Colts letting this clock run down, and they're going to call a timeout here. Colts inside the 15 with 38 seconds left. Really close now. Remember, the Titans get the ball to start the second half. Anthony Richardson questionable to return. That was the injury update we've gotten. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left, ball at the 11, 2nd and 7. Downs motions in. It's going to be another handoff to Zach Moss. Moss gets brought down at the 7. That's a gain of 4. Colts going to let this clock keep running down. There's 30 seconds left, and I think Steichen's going to call timeout here at the 25-second mark. We got 1 timeout left. It's questionable. That does not mean he's out. All right. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Downs motions left. Minshew in the shotgun with Zach Moss. Now 2 left, 2 right. Moss motions to the right. Gardner looking. Gardner rolling out to his right. Gardner going to try to do it himself, and he does. He gets the first down. Or they're going to spot him half a yard shy. No way. No way. He was there. He got it. I think the official is going to say he was a half yard shy. But if I'm Shane Steichen, I'm telling them there's no way he didn't roll across that first down marker. Watch this. So Gardner gets to the line but doesn't get touched. He rolls to the 3-yard line but never gets touched. And they're saying he's a yard shy, but he dove forward though. That's not a slide. It's not when he hits the ground. It's when he... Yeah, so they're marking him almost an entire yard shy. Never mind. They have him half a yard shy. That is still way too short. There's no way. I mean, unless they're saying he's down because of the contact, but there's no way. And the Colts offense is going to stay out there. The Colts have no timeouts. We'll see what the Colts decide to do here. They can't, or they're going to, Steichen keeps saying that's a first down, but again, he does not get touched before he hits that marker, and they're saying that it doesn't matter. So the Colts offense is staying out on the field, and he is a half yard shy of a first down. And the Colts are not going to do it. And the timeout is called by Tennessee. And it looks like he's going to stay. The offense is going to stay out there. Jonathan Taylor is coming in be 4th down and 1. Again, the Colts do not have a timeout to spare. Gardner Minshew's going to snap it. He's got someone. He's going to throw it up, and it's incomplete. No way. And just like that, the Colts are going to come up empty. They had Granson in the flat all by himself. Gardner can't make the throw. They did a fake. Gardner just lobs it up and doesn't get it to Granson. It was a touchdown. And it's going to be a 10-6 lead for the Indianapolis Colts. All right. Shane Steichen is worse than Frank Reich when it comes to not taking points, dude. All right. Give me a second here, guys. All right, let's look at some scores around the league here, and then we'll hop into a analysis here of the first half. So, Saints 21-0 over the Patriots. 10-3 lead Ravens over the Steelers. 28-7 Lions over the Panthers. 7-6 for the Falcons over the Texans, but it looks like the Texans are in position to score again. And the Dolphins 14-10 over the Giants. There was just a pick six. So let's talk about this game here real quick, guys. So obviously Colts lead 10-6. That first drive, Anthony, it was mainly rush. It was so far Anthony Richardson's looked really good. Despite the fact that now he is injured. He was 9 of 12 for 98 yards. Got sacked once for a 17-yard loss. That was that fumble that everyone was talking about. Again, I keep saying it. Richardson's just making mistakes that is going to end up being a thing where certainly but yeah, I mean, again, it's been rookie mistakes a few times, but he's had one of his most efficient games so far this year. It's just, again, that running with Anthony Richardson, that is going to be a problem for the Indianapolis Colts going forward if that's going to be a thing. Because, I mean, one sec. But again, Richardson needs to not get hurt, man. It's hurting this team. But again, we'll talk about that in another video going forward. Gardner Minshew, again, a really good play to Josh Downs. Just Gardner, you got to make that throw, man. That was a walk-in touchdown for Kylan Granson if you make that throw. I mean, that was a walk-in touchdown, and the Colts are up by 2 scores if they make that. And instead, here we are, we're sitting here with our hands tied. So when it comes to the running backs, Zach Moss, the carrier of the day, 6 carries for 84 yards and a touchdown. Great to see Zach Moss blow it up. I mean, remember that 56-yard touchdown that they had? Fantastic. Really great job there. Hope the Colts can continue to run the football. Jonathan Taylor, again, 4 carries for 13 yards in his debut back with the team. Remember, they said that he was going to be on a pitch count today, and clearly he has been, but still averaging over 3 yards a carry, so that's good. Receiving-wise, Josh Downs, again, having his best game of his career so far. 4 receptions for 82 yards. Great job. I don't care if he had the defender in his face. You got to make that throw. That guy came off the backside because that's how it was supposed to be. They were bringing the blitz. There was no missed block. He was open. And then, of course, like I said, Josh Downs, great game so far. Two tremendous catches that have put the Colts in huge advantage to score points. Michael Pittman, 3 catches for 18 yards. Drew Ogletree, 2 catches for 16 yards. Kylan Granson again would have had a touchdown had Minshew been able to make that play. So, you know, and then going to the defensive side of things, Colts have done a fantastic job of stopping the run. Derrick Henry, 6 carries for 23 yards. He hasn't done much of anything. Tajay Spears only getting 2 yards a carry. So, so far between the running backs, 11 carries for 34 yards. So they're averaging 3 yards a carry right now. They're not really getting much in the way of anything. Ryan Tannehill's not been too terrible. 9 of 15 for 91 yards. Especially that first drive, it just seemed like anything Tannehill wanted, he was getting. So, after that, it seemed like the Colts really have dialed in. I know I could have made that throw, homie. It's a person in his face. He's an NFL quarterback. Make that throw. Make the throw. Again, just the situation of you can debate one way or another if Indianapolis should have went for the field goal in that sort of situation or not. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that should have still been converted. Still should have been converted. But at the end of the day, I mean, it sucks because it feels like the Colts should be up by more than this. And it really also sucks because now you get another game of which Anthony Richardson is not going to play, most likely. But I will say one thing when it comes to Richardson, um, the fact that he was questionable to return even after that, um, um, it means that most likely it's not a severe injury, which is a good sign. But it's good that give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna do this. Game is about to start here. What's up, Michigan Wolverine? All right. All right, that one's fair caught. Oh, yeah, I'm going to change this banner here real quick. It is now the third quarter. All right, here we go. First down and 10. One receiver to left and right, tight end on both sides. The ball at the 25. Colts defense out there to start this second half. It's going to be another run here for Derrick Henry. Henry gets to the 29 before being brought down by DeForest Buckner and EJ Speed. All right, two tight ends to the left, tight end on the right, running receiver on the right. It's going to be play action. He's got Hopkins brought down to the 45, tackled by Stewart, but that's a first down. One receiver to the right and left, double tight end set. Tannehill again with all the time in the world. Tannehill just going to let it go, and he's got Hopkins brought down at the 19 by Zaire Franklin, and Tennessee is moving down the field. Just like that on 3 plays, Tennessee is moving down the field. There is no pressure on Tannehill, and Zaire just not able to get back to where Hopkins eventually catches it. And they're in the red zone. One receiver to the right and left, 2 receivers to the right now, a tight end on the left. Receiver motions. It's going to be a pitch to Tyjae Spears. He's got a lot of room in front of him. He's close to it, and that is a touchdown. Terrible defense, and the Colts are now losing now. That was terrible. I'm numb at this point. I don't even care. This point is just so ridiculous. I can't even handle this anymore. This is so stupid. Richardson has been ruled out for the rest of this game with a shoulder injury, so Minshew will finish it out. Okay. Because at this point, like, it doesn't even matter if we win the game now. It doesn't even matter if we win the game. Because the whole point of this is to watch Anthony Richardson. The whole point is for this team to win games or to lose games with Anthony Richardson getting better. That is the whole point. So with it not happening like that, then it's just like at the point of like almost to the point where it's not like I don't care, but like it's so it's a mind-boggling thing. I can't even just look at it. Guys, I don't think Anthony Richardson is out for the year, okay? Just quit asking. You have no idea. I don't think he's out for the year. Odds are he'll probably be back for after a few games. Who knows? He might even be back for next week. Who the heck knows? But Gardner Minshew will come back out there for the Colts. All right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left. Moss in a shotgun with Minshew. Going to hand it to Moss. Moss gets a gain of maybe 3. The play is blown dead. That ball came out at the end there, but the play was blown dead already. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Minshew in the shotgun again with Moss. Ball at the 28. Pittman motions in left. Minshew has time, throws it, and it's caught by Mo Alley-Cox, brought down at the 45. And Mo Alley-Cox is hurt now after landing. I'm not sure whether or not it was his back or not, but now Mo Alley-Cox is hurt, and the injuries keep piling up. Mo Alley-Cox catches this, and as soon as he lands, you notice how he was hurt. He does get up and walks off under his own power, but not sure what's going to happen to Mo Alley-Cox, but definitely could see he was hurting there. Not sure if his helmet hit the ground. It might have been a concussion, the same way that Anthony Richardson had his in week 2. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left. McKenzie motions. Jonathan Taylor going to run it now, just sticking behind his offensive lineman, and gets a gain of 3 before being brought down. That was his 5th rush of the day for 17 yards. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left. Moss will run it now. Moss gets through, and that is a first down, and finally will be brought down at the 45 of Tennessee. Zach Moss again with another big day. Just able to squeeze through the little holes that the offense is able to provide for him and just shrug off defenders. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be another run for Zach Moss. Moss nowhere to go. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Nowhere else to go on that one. Again, the 2 best players today have been Zach Moss and have also been Josh Downs, and cannot understate how much Zach Moss has done for this football team since this year has started. Almost 100 yards now for Zach Moss on the day. He's in the shotgun with Minshew. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Granson lined up next to the line of scrimmage on the left. Minshew has time. Minshew's going deep to Michael Pittman, and it's incomplete. There's a flag on the play, though. Cornerback had Michael Pittman by the shoulder the whole way, and they're going to get a pass interference on the Tennessee Titans here. All right, ball is now at the 18. 3 receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Pittman will now motion left. They're going to hand the ball to Zach Moss once again, brought down at the 15. That'll be a gain of 3. Eclipsing 100 yards for Zach Moss on the day. Nine minutes left in the third quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end is on the right as well. Zach Moss in the shotgun with Minshew. It's going to be another run for Zach Moss. Moss gets close, brought down at the 9-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 6. Zach Moss thought so close to breaking that one. Three receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Zach Moss going to get the carry again. Zach Moss breaks one, brought down at the 3. Indianapolis Colts again in red zone territory. Molly Cox looks like he's heading back to the locker room, most likely for a concussion. Yep, he is being evaluated under the concussion protocol. Zach Moss going to get the carry. Zach Moss, and he gets a touchdown. Another one for Zach Moss. His second touchdown of the game. And the Colts will retake the lead once again. The Colts just running over everyone. Another halfback draw, and Zach Moss just bullying through everyone. Just nothing that they can do. They cannot arm tackle the guy. And that kick is up and good. So the Colts now retake the lead once again. I will admit one thing, y'all. I mean, at least the one thing is this run game, man. They will not stop. I mean, this run game has just been phenomenal. And Zach Moss just continues to just be a beast, man. And it's also just been truly phenomenal. It's been phenomenal to see the offensive line continue to play the way it has. I'm sorry, guys. I'm emotionally disconnected from this right now because of Anthony Richardson, and it really sucks. I'll get back into it, I swear. Yeah, it's bittersweet. If we win this game, yeah, it's great. But at the same time, you know you're doing it without Richardson again. It's yeah. All right. Let's try this again. Tennessee will start back up again at the 25. Again, Colts took the lead. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Come on, Colts. Two receivers to the right, two tight ends on the left. It's going to be another run here for Derrick Henry. Henry brought down after a gain of 4. Jonathan Hankey with the $5 super chat. Ian Rappaport, it said the injury isn't as bad as it seems, which is good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for that update, Jonathan. I haven't been able to look at that for a while, so greatly appreciate that. Thank you for that. All right, one receiver to the left, one to the right, tight end on both sides. Tannehill under center, tight end on motion right. It's going to be play action. It's going to be caught once again by DeAndre Hopkins. Man, Juju Brent's dripped all over him, but just DeAndre one-on-one, still that guy. Again, Juju was all over him. Just DeAndre just being that dude every time. First down for Tennessee. Two receivers to the right, two tight ends to the left. It's going to be another run for Henry, and he gets nowhere. Actually, even almost loses a yard. That was Jake Martin and DeForest Buckner on the tackle. He's going to lose half a yard on that run. Second down and 10 coming up. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Tajay Spears in the backfield with Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill just going to dump it to Spears. Spears gets a first down. There's a flag on the play, but that will be a 12-yard gain in the first down. We'll see what the flag is. Offside on the Colts once again. Again, the freaking Colts just getting beat by Tajay Spears the whole way, man. He's the only one doing anything real offensively, and him and DeAndre. Two receivers to the left, two tight ends on the right. Derrick Henry in the backfield. It's going to be play action. Ryan Tannehill just has to get rid of it, and it's caught. DeAndre Hopkins in the middle of the field. Nowhere, no one to be found. First down and 10. That's another 20-yard gain. The Colts are not getting any pressure on Ryan Tannehill, and they're just finding guys in the middle of the field. And Zaire Franklin just went the wrong way. Stewart hit Tannehill as he threw, but it was still too late. I formation now for Tennessee. It's going to be a toss out to Derrick Henry. He gets a gain of a yard brought down by Zaire Franklin out on the edge. Shout out to the 504 people in here right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Second down and 9, 4.5 minutes. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, tight end on the left. Receiver motions. Tannehill over across the middle. It's DeAndre Hopkins once again. Caught at the 9. DeAndre Hopkins just continues to be open. There is no one that can guard him. It'll be first down and 10. DeAndre Hopkins, 7 catches for 115 yards in this game. Just every time he's open and no one can guard him. Ball is at the 14. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Spears and Henry in the backfield. He's got nowhere to go. He throws it. It's incomplete. DeForest Buckner with the almost sack. There is a flag on the play. Might be a illegal man downfield. Let's see what Steichen wants to do with this here. There's a pass interference on the offense. They're going to take that penalty and push the Titans back a little more. The tight end there. They're trying to do a slip screen to Henry, but Tyquan Lewis didn't budge, and then the tight end Okinawa was blocking Zaire Franklin down the field before the ball was thrown. So now it'll be first and 20. This Colts defense trying to get a stop here after giving up a big one that last drive. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, tight end on the left. It's going to be another quick pass out to Derrick Henry. Henry gets 2 yards just with the sheer weight of himself, but he's able to get 2. Ball be placed at the 22-yard line. So be second down and 18 coming up. Three minutes left in the third quarter. Again, these drives just ending so quick, just going so long with Tennessee. They really don't ramp things up much. Two receivers to the left, two tight ends on the right. It's going to be a play action once again. Tannehill finding it. It's almost intercepted by Juju Brents. The ball was just shy of Westbrook. Juju almost had it. Timed the jump just a little bit too early. Tannehill eyes down Westbrook the whole way. It hits Juju in the hands. He just couldn't hold on. Westbrook tried to time it, but wasn't able to get it either. Be third down and really long coming up for Tennessee. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Colts only bringing 4. They're going to do a slip screen to Tajay Spears. Spears gets a gain of about 8, but that is a stop. And the Tennessee Titans will most likely have to kick a field goal here. and they will. So the Colts get another, are able to hold the Titans to only 3 here. It'll be a 34-yard field goal coming up for Hopkins. That kick is up and good. Colts still hold the lead by a little margin. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and they are up. Be back in 60 seconds, guys. No. All right, I'm back. Pieces here. Y'all need to stop, man. Speaking of which, hold on. All right, we're good. Well, at least the good news is, guys, that the reports are negative for x-rays, which means that the shoulder is intact, which is a good sign. Most likely means that that means it's definitely not a collarbone. So that's good. Fantastic to hear. But obviously, all right, that kick is away, and that will not be returned. But we will see how it goes. But Colts offense still moving the ball. Let's see if they can continue to do so. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. Greatly appreciated. First down and 10 for the Colts of the 25. The interior of the offensive line putting in work today. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end on the left. Downs motions right. Another RPO. Into with time, and he finds Pittman for a big catch. Pittman pushed out at the 48 of Tennessee, and that is a big first down. Michael Pittman wide open in over on the left side, all by himself. Beat Fulton, and it was a great throw and a great catch. And they are in Titans territory already. Fantastic work by Michael Pittman. Minute and a half left here. Last couple plays here before we move into the fourth quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the right. It's going to be another RPO. Minshew doesn't have much time. Jonathan Taylor gets the catch. Jonathan Taylor following his blockers, and Jonathan Taylor gets pushed out at the 32. That's a gain of 16. And Jonathan Taylor with his biggest play of the game. And that's a first down. Good to see Jonathan Taylor back with that one. He is all smiles. Minshew gets rid of that one quickly, and Jonathan Taylor had 3 offensive linemen in front of him, and just no one else could get to him. So great screen there. Great work there by the Colts. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left as well. Downs motions to the left now. Minshew going to hand it off to Zach Moss. Moss gets outside to the right, and that's another first down. He's pushed out at the 20. That's a gain of 12, and that's a first down. Zach Moss with another big run, and that one to the right side of the line this time. Zach Moss, who has just been phenomenal in this game. The Colts are just going to seal the edge. Braden Smith gets out there, and then Will Fries gets to the second level and then just gives Zach Moss a chance to go before he even gets touched. 3 receivers to the left, tight end on the right. Pittman motions in, and motions now to the right side of the line. It's going to be another handoff to Zach Moss. Moss shrugs off one guy, gets brought down after a gain of 4, but there is a flag on the play. Most likely coming back here, holding on the offense. And they're going to get Ryan Kelly for the hold. How are you about to call a hold on the center? Seriously. That's all right. First down and 20. So first down, and that'll end the third quarter. And we are going into the fourth quarter now. Colts with a slight lead. All right, fourth quarter. Ball at the 30. One receiver to the left, one to the right. Tight end on the right. Sermon and McKenzie in the backfield. Sermon. Minshew under pressure. Minshew rolling to his left. Minshew is just going to throw it out of bounds. Had nowhere to go there. Be second down and 20 coming up. Man, Pittman and Pierce were both wide open. I mean, I don't know where Minshew was looking. There was guys open everywhere on that play. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, tight end on the right. Pittman will now motion in. Zach Moss out there. Minshew just going to dump it to Josh Downs, who gets to the 19. See how much that gets him. A much more manageable third down now. There's a gain of 11. So third down and 9 coming up. Third down and 9, 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Tennessee bringing pressure. Minshew. It's caught by Pittman. Pittman fighting, and he's down just a yard shy. Pittman fought for that first down, just couldn't quite get it. We're going to see what the Colts are going to do. They may end up taking the points here. The Colts held it. Will Fries with the inevitable pressure. The Colts offense is still out there. It's only 1 yard. There's no way they're going for this. They're a yard and a half shy. Going to try to get Tennessee to jump. Yep. And they're not going to be able to get them to jump. And Matt Gay will kick a field goal from the 16. So that'll be a 32-yard field goal attempt. The Colts will take the points this time. $35-yard field goal coming up for Matt Gay. Made one from 43 earlier in this game. And that kick is up and good. So the Colts now have a 20-16 lead. So any updates on AR aside from being out of the game? Zombie Flanders. So reports are that the x-rays were negative, so there's no bone problems. So that's good. That means no surgery for that. And most likely means he most likely will not need a surgery for this year, which is good. Most likely. But some people are claiming it could be an AC sprain or still a rotator cuff issue, which if that were true, that would be an issue of, he would have to maybe have at least a couple weeks of rehabbing it. And then on top of it, would probably need some numbing shots in order to be able to be less in pain. So that's just going to end up being, that sort of thing. We'll have to see what happens. The Colts would be down 13 if Anthony Richardson was playing. Very not true, but, go off, dude. You're all good. Yep, all good. we'd be up by 10 right now if Minshew would have made the play earlier in the second quarter. I mean, if that would be truthful. Smoke, appreciate you, dude. Anthony would have made that throw to Granson 100%. $13:22 left in the fourth quarter. Matt Gay back to kick. That one goes out of the back of the end zone. Colts defense only giving up one touchdown so far in this game, and that came off the first drive in the third quarter. I'm not piling on Minshew. He made one bad play. Outside of that, he's been pretty spectacular so far. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Tight end on the right. Tannehill back to throw and finds his tight end in the middle, gain of 11. The Colts, again, just cannot pressure Tannehill and cannot sack him. And again, Tannehill finding whoever he wants in the middle of the field. Again, shout out to the 513 people in there. Greatly appreciate it. Be sure to like the stream, comment, subscribe. One receiver to the left, one to the right. Tight end on the right. I formation for the Titans. I'm going to hand this off to Tajay Spears, who gets to the 40. That'll be a gain of 4. Or being brought down by Odangbo. Second down and 6. I formation again. Now the tight end motions to the right. It's going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry again. Henry gets the first down, gain of 7. Again, the Colts need a stop. Titans most likely not looking for a touchdown here or looking for a field goal. They're most likely going for a touchdown unless the circumstances deem it not able to be. Ryan Tannehill been insanely accurate today. Two receivers to the left, tight end on the right. Wing action here for Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill looking deep. He's got someone, and it's Hopkins again, and that's a huge first down. Another big play for DeAndre Hopkins. He is everywhere. It does not matter who they have on him. They just cannot stop DeAndre Hopkins. $11 minutes left in the first quarter. They are down at the 27. Bunch formation on the left. I formation as well. It's going to be another play action for Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill's going to run it. There's no one in the middle of the field, and Tannehill just slides at the 14. And Tennessee just moving down the field here. The Colts have 7 in the box and yet completely abandon it. And Tannehill just, Zaire turns his back to Tannehill, and there's no one in the middle of the field. And then Tannehill just runs for 15. Two receivers to the right, tight end on the left, I formation once again. There'll be another play action, and another player falls for the Colts, but Zaire Franklin stops him, but gets him only a gain of 2. Tennessee just even when it comes to running and passing. Two receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Westbrook motions. It's going to be another run for Henry, and Henry gets maybe two. Man, Grover Stewart almost blew up the entire play before it even got started. But it'll be third down and mid coming up. Grover Stewart jumps this snap amazingly in the center, almost trips over Henry, but Zaire Franklin able to make the tackle finally. It'd be third and mid coming up. Huge play here for Colts. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Spears in the backfield with Tannehill in the shotgun. Tannehill under pressure, gets it off of Spears, and he's 2 yards shy. Buckner and Speed with the stop. He's 1.5 yards shy of the first down. It's fourth down. Most likely Tennessee's going to go for this. Spears does not want to come off the field, but it looks like they're going to take a look at him because he was got hit pretty hard there by Speed and Buckner, but it is fourth down, and it looks like they're going to go for this. Why wouldn't you when you have Derrick Henry? Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Tannehill in the shotgun with Henry. Receiver motions. It's going to be a run for Henry, and Henry gets stopped. They lose 1 yard. Zaire Franklin with the stop. The Colts get the stop. The defense holds. The defense holds where it matters, and the Colts get the ball back. The Colts knew exactly where that play was going. Derrick Henry or nothing. And the defense has the bend but don't break. And they stuff them. Whew! First time all game, they're able to stop them right where they want him. Lots of time left, so we can't get too hyped. But the Colts defense finally gets what they want. Now we need an 8-minute, 12-play drive. Yes, we do. Man, oh man. Derrick Henry with only 43 yards today. Things you love to see right there. Who else but Ziggy Smalls, you know? Shout out to the 550 people in here, guys. Be sure to like the stream. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Colts get the big defensive stop in the red zone. Colts offense back out on the field now. Colts need to get a drive going. Cannot go 3 and out here after that long drive for the Colts defense just now. Since 2022, that is the 16th game where Zaire Franklin has had 10 plus tackles. Ball is at the 6. One receiver to the right, one to the left. 2 tight ends set on the right. Minshew in the shotgun with Moss. Moss going to run it forward. Gets to the 8 or 7, actually. So that'll be a gain of a yard and a half. Defoe and Zaire Franklin making that play. One receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Tight end on the left. Moss in the shotgun with Minshew. It's going to be a pass. Minshew finding someone. He gets it to Downs. Downs gets down at the 11. That's a gain of 3. So be 3rd and mid coming up. Can the Colts get a first down here? This is huge to give this defense some time to calm down and put the Titans in bad territory. Colts need to move this ball. Just under 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Moss in the shotgun. Titans looking like they want to bring pressure. They'll only bring 4. They're going to dump it to Zach Moss. Moss gets the first down and more. He's going down the field, and he's brought down to the 37. The 37 of Indy, and a huge play by Zach Moss. Gardner Minshew recognized that they were bringing a heavy blitz, and Zach Moss came out of the backfield, and only one guy in front of him, Michael Pittman, with a great block. Basically a seal, and Zach Moss just bullied right through the corner. And Zach Moss, have yourself a day, my friend. My goodness. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the right. Minshew's got to hike it. They get it off. And Zach Moss again with the run. Zach Moss brought down to the 41. So that'll be a gain of about 4. Zach Moss on the day. 17 carries for 137 yards. Also the 3rd leading receiver for the Indianapolis Colts with 30. So over 160 total yards for Zach Moss, who has been a workhorse in today's game. Really wish I would have started this dude in fantasy. I'd be winning, no question. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left. Zach Moss with another gain of at least 3. So be 3rd down and short coming up, brought down to the 44. They're down in 2, 4.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter for the Colts. 2 receivers to the right, now 3 to the right, tight end on the left. It's going to be another run. No, they're going to dump it down to Josh Downs, and he gets a first down brought out at the 48 of Tennessee. There's a flag on the play, though. There's going to be they're saying it's a face mask, but we'll see what they call. Pass interference offense. And just like that, the drive might have stalled. Steichen is livid. Pittman was blocking down the field. But, yeah, so they're going to call pass interference on that. It'll be 3rd down and 12 now. Another costly penalty for the Indianapolis Colts. Steichen still livid over that one. Because it's not like the Tennessee defender was trying to get away from the contact. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Minshew with time. Minshew is going deep, and it's incomplete. Alec Pierce wondering where the contact is. There's a flag, and they're going to get Christian Fulton, I think, on the pass interference, and Gardner Minshew happy about it. Alec Pierce was going to be open, but Pierce got held. Pierce was going to go deep, and Fulton basically ran into him. And there's the flag, and that might have just saved the drive, and Gardner Minshew is really freaking happy about it. Huge first down for Indy. 4.5 minutes left still for Indianapolis. Ball at the 49 of Tennessee. Two receivers to the right, tight end on the left and right. Pierce motions left. It's going to be another run, this time for Jonathan Taylor, but he only gets one before being dragged down by Jeffrey Simmons. I couldn't tell if that was Simmons or not. I thought it looked to be might have been actually number 95, Kyle Pecco. Second down and 9. The Colts again trying to take off as much time as humanly possible here. Try to get some more first downs. Two receivers to the right. One to the left, tight end on the left. Pittman motions in. It's going to be another run for Zach Moss. Moss gets hit after a gain of 2. It'll be third down and long coming up. Gardner Minshew actually in there trying to provide a push for Zach Moss. Can the Colts get another first down here? One receiver to the left, 2 to the right, tight end on the left. Ogletree motions left. Tennessee bringing it. Gardner Minshew gets it off, and it's first down, Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce with a gain of 10. Tennessee brought everyone they had, and Gardner just given the first down marker. Gardner feeling himself right now. Let's go. Gardner was hit as he threw it. Alec Pierce all out there by himself, and he made a perfect catch. Fulton couldn't get him. It's a first down for Indy. That could very well potentially seal this game. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. Two receivers to the left, two tight ends on the right. Colts going to run this one with Zach Moss once again. Gets a gain of 4 on the play behind that push of the offensive line. And the Tennessee is going to call a timeout here. They want to try to preserve some time before the 2-minute warning is up. Best case scenario is if you're Indianapolis, you want to try to get another first down and make it to where you're able to dictate the clock and get the Titans to not have any timeouts left. If the Colts win this game, this will be their third win, all of which Gardner Minshew will be the quarterback to have decided it. Gardner Minshew, maybe the best backup quarterback in the history of the world, man. What if we ran dual quarterbacks? Bro, that'd be funny. I just tweeted it. I said there's no controversy. The Indianapolis Colts are committed to Anthony Richardson going forward. Just obviously it was phenomenal to see Gardner Minshew doing what he does. All right, second down and 6. Two receivers to the left, tight end on both sides. Ball's at the 31. Granson now motions to the right. We're going to hand this off to Zach Moss. Zach Moss gets the first down and more, brought down at the 17. Zach Moss with another big one. And that's going to be the 2-minute warning. Zach Moss with one of the best performances of the season for a running back, and he just keeps going. Derek, do you believe Minshew will leave for a starting QB job elsewhere after the season? It's quite possible, dude. It's quite possible. Now, the only thing is with Indianapolis getting that first down so quickly is there's still 2 timeouts for Tennessee. So there's still time left, but at least the good thing is Indy can resolve a lot of things now. There we go. The Colts with a first down. So it's a first down. The Colts just need to protect the ball here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends on the left. Minshew in the shotgun with Moss. Ball is at the 18. Moss with another carry. Gets to the original line of scrimmage and won't get anything else. Right here, what Tennessee's going to do is they're going to burn out these last 2 timeouts. And then Indy is going to have a minute 50 when they run it for third down. And then Matt Gay will be able to kick a 37-yard field goal, which is perfectly easy to do. And if he makes it, then there's going to be a minute left. Tennessee will have no timeouts and will have to go the length of the field and get a touchdown to tie the game. That is what you're hoping for if you're the Indianapolis Colts right now. And I'll just say this, guys, only 4 times last year did the Colts score more than 20 points in a game. So far this year, the Colts' fewest points scored so far this year is 22. The fewest. And if Matt Gay hits this field goal that he might hit in this next few minutes, then that would still be the fewest. How incredible this offense has become. Two receivers to the right, 2 tight ends on the left. It's going to be another run here. Moss with another big run. Zach Moss gets down to the 11. And that's going to be the last and final timeout for the Tennessee Titans. If the Colts can get a first down here, then the Colts can run out the clock and don't have to even kick a field goal at all. Zach Moss with almost 200 yards of total offense in this game. Zach Moss with the career day. He has just been everywhere, has been able to do anything and everything for this Colts team today. And if the Colts win this game, it is off the back of Zach Moss, bro. 3rd down and 2, 1:49 minutes left. The Colts, either way, are going to run this football. 2 tight ends on the right, 2 receivers on the left. Zach Moss cannot get the first down. He gets to the 10. But now Matt Gay will come out to attempt a field goal here. The Colts will call timeout probably at 2 seconds here. They're going to let this clock run all the way down. And Matt Gay will come out to attempt a 28-yarder. This is basically a chip shot. It's almost even too close if you think about it, you know, but this is right at around the area that you're kicking an extra point in. And the timeout is called. There will end up, if the Colts end up making this kick, there will be a minute left on the game clock, and the Colts will be up by a touchdown. And the Colts with all the momentum. Matt Gay from the middle of the field. 28-yard chip shot here. Can we get it done? Matt Gay, kick is up. Whew, barely made that in, dude. That was actually a lot closer than you would have liked. But it is in. And we are up by 7 with a minute left to go. Indianapolis with a chance to win. All right, 1 minute left. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 650 of you in here right now. Be sure to like the stream, guys. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe. Last minute, can the Colts win it all? 7-point lead, 1 minute left. No timeouts for Tennessee. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Spears in the shotgun with Tannehill. Tannehill under pressure, gets hit as he throws. It's incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Bull rush up the middle there. I think that was Tyquan Lewis. And Tannehill just not able to do it. Wow, Pittsburgh beating Baltimore. Look at that. Two receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball still at the 25. 56 seconds left. 2nd down and 10. Tannehill in the shotgun with Spears. Tannehill just dumps it. It's caught by Okinawa, and that's a gain of 7. Tade stayed with the $7 Canadian. Today was a decoy. Taylor was a decoy for this game. Absolutely. Thank you, Tate Stave, for that. I greatly appreciate it. 3rd down and 2, 49 seconds. The clock is still is not running. Okinawa was able to get out of bounds. Ball at the 32, 33. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 3 on the right now. Tannehill throws it across the middle. It's incomplete. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, it looks like. 4th down and 2. This could be game right here. 45 seconds. Can the Colts get the stop? 4th down and 2. It looked like Tyquan Lewis did get his hand on it. It's not like that catch would have been made anyway. There was a body of Colts players in the middle of the field there. The stadium is rocking. The crew is rocking. Everyone's moving. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left. Tannehill under pressure, and it's caught. It's caught by the tight end, Wiley, at the 40. But the Tennessee Titans have to hurry up. 30 seconds. And they're going to just bring it down. So 30 seconds left, and they're at the 40-yard line. Still a little bit of hope for Tennessee right now. Wiley just with a quick 6-yard catch. Franklin just not able to get there, and Kenny Moore wasn't able to quite make it either. Tannehill actually might have been favored by getting hit as he was throwing because he threw it to the right side where he was open at. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end on the left. Colts still only bringing 4. Tannehill almost loses it. Sampson and Bookham sacks him. DeForest Buckner hit him, and Tannehill had to secure the ball, and if Bookham got him, and this game is probably going to end right here. There's 17 seconds left, and there's a flag on the play. And the refs stop it. What are they calling? What was it? Delay a game. What? Are they saying because Dio came on the field later? 17 seconds left. And Dio wouldn't let go of Tannehill, they're saying. And that's what the flag's for. They're throwing a flag because the Colts held on to Tannehill. And then they're saying, no, that it's not. Okay, so they're not throwing the flag. 15 seconds. Tannehill hit as he throws, and it's intercepted by Julian Blackmon, and that's game. Indianapolis Colts win the football game. Julian Blackmon picks off Ryan Tannehill, and Indianapolis is going to stay at first place in the division. Tannehill gets intercepted, was hit as he threw by Tyquan Lewis. And Julian Blackmon sat on the vertical route trying to get it to DeAndre Hopkins, and Blackman saw it coming. Fantastic. And the Colts win. And the Colts will improve their record to 3-2. And the Colts win. Wow, what a finish. I'll tell you what, at the middle of this game, it was really something. The energy was just not there. You lose your quarterback in Anthony Richardson, but this Colts team never wavered, and they just found a way to win it. Fantastic effort by this group. You had all of that, what could have brought you down, but you still found a way to make it work. I'm happy for this team. Fantastic. Love that we're in the win column. Still one of the best teams in the AFC South. Still the number one team in the AFC South. Love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much. And as always, go Colts.